today I want to show you how to do an eye. So really awesome eye. You need a pencil, paper. You can do it really big on a piece of paper to practice because it's a really nice way of doing it. I'm just going to move this. Okay, let's go. So think about, first of all, keep it simple. We want to do rainbow. I've just realised I've got to do it the other way. Because I actually did it sketchy and I've just realised it's upside down. Whew. Okay, so let's do it again. So you've got rainbow to begin with, and then you've got an upside down rainbow. So just think the top one has to be more like a rainbow and the bottom one has to be less deep, less like a rainbow. Then all you're going to need, really easy, is draw the iris. So if you look at my eye, can you see that the iris is the colourful bit? So we've drawn 1, 2 and the iris. Most of the time you wouldn't have that much of a gap there, but you might do, so we're going to draw it a little bit. Then we want to do, I want to do C, like a C, because it's a circle, but because I want to have some light in there, I'm going to do a chunk. So that means the light's going to be shining on my iris. Like if you look at my eyes, can you see that there's some white shining on them? It's the light. And there's two, because there's two lights that I use to do my recording. So I'm going to just do one for now. Then, if you really look at my eye, can you see around the edge of the iris? It's almost like this, because it's going to be darker colour. So just go round like this. Just realised I've got a lorry in the distance. Just going to shut my window. Okay, there we are. You won't hit anything now, it'll be fun. Okay, now if this carried on, you have to do it all the way around. Now we want to do, you can see, because I've got glass on, it's a bit tricky, but can you see that line there? It's the eyelid. So I'm going to draw an eyelid. That's where most people put their makeup if they're adults. I could put it there on your eyelid. I might just keep my glasses on just so you can see. Okay. Now, can you see can you see that little line in there? It's an eyelid. So we're going to do inside there. It's a bit wobbly, my one, isn't it? But we've got this bit here, it's like the tear duct. So we're just gonna, it's kind of like that type of shape. So think of it as kind of like a wobbly nose and then a line. So that leads onto here. So it stops about there, then you got that. You don't see the eyelid on the top because there's one here, but you don't see it because your eyelashes come. So whether you're a boy or a girl, you've got an eyelash. So most animals have eyelashes, not all of them. So we're going to start off with the eyelashes from the bottom always come from the bottom line. And they always get a bit smaller as you get to here. I'll show you my one. So they start, then they get bigger, and then smaller, and then they stop there. They do not come from that line, they come from that line. So let's just do a little line there. I'm not going to do too many because we can go over them in chalk, so there's no need to do that many. Okay, but they sort of come out like that. Okay, here, if you look, I've got makeup on, but you'll see they kind of curve. If you don't want to curve them because they get a bit confusing, you don't have to curve them. Just do them like this. And they start to come curvy this way. Now, then you can curve some. So all I'm doing, if you don't want to curve any, just do those type of shapes to make it look like you've curved them. If you're doing this in pencil, it's the same thing. More shading though in pencil. They're normally longer when you get to the end, but they don't always have to be. Now that is literally the eye. You could just do those kind of eye bags. You could add some of those, but you don't have to. The eyebrow's up here, but we don't need to worry about an eyebrow just for now. Let's start colouring the eye because I'm kind of excited. My eye is a kind of a green. So you choose whatever colour you like. I'm going to do the iris first because it's green. Mine's like a grey, bluey green. So I'm just going to do a green for now. Then I'm going to go round it. But before I go round it, can you see all the white bit of my eye? Don't want to pull your eye too much, but the white bit of my eye, we need a bit of shadow for that. So I'm going to go round with some grey. It's got more yellowy, but if we do yellow in the eye, it might look a little bit like I've got an illness. So this is just to show that your eyeball is rounded. It's not just a flat thing. So you've got this big eyeball that's like a circle inside your eye. So it's just to show. Let's go over this. Love that green. Okay. Now because the eye is not completely one flat colour, we're going to make it a bit darker here. So remember we did those lines to make it look like the outline. Yes. Bit of shadow under there really. It's darker, isn't it? So I'm taking these different colours. You can take any colour. This is a dark green. Now what I want to do is go round to get the circle, but then kind of go out, like in, sorry, not out. Can you see I'm kind of going out? If it feels like you're not really doing much, you could draw them like that and then go out. There you go. Okay. So that's roughly the iris. I get confused with the words. And we're going to just smudge round because we don't want it to look like it's not smooth. Okay. Now we want black, but I don't know if I want to do black just yet because it's really messy, isn't it? We're going to do like depending on what colour your skin is. So mine's kind of like maybe a peachy colour, maybe not that light. Any colour that your skin is, your eyelid may be slightly different. So ultimately it's going to be a light colour no matter what. So it's probably going to be a light brown or a beige. So I'm going to do this. But then I want to kind of do that just to show that, you know, it's all my skin really. Okay, so that looks like an eye now. You want to clean your fingers before you smudge it because I've got green on one of them. Now, I've got, like I said, I've got makeup on, which you won't have, but we're going to have black eyelashes. So I should imagine everyone's got black eyelashes. Maybe not absolutely everyone, but most people do. So what I'm going to do is just do a line there to give the impression that I've got a lot of eyelashes. Then I'm just going to work my way. You could go over the pencil lines and just make it look like the extra ones. You don't have to do that many. Can you see that if I don't do the line, it looks a bit strange? So the line makes it stand out really nicely. And what I'm going to do, I've got to do the bobbly bits at the top because it's like the bobbly bits there. Okay, right, now just draw over the eyelash. You don't have to go all the way to the edge, to the end, just like that, because as long as it's thicker here, then it gives the impression that you've got a lot of eyelashes. I guess if you wanted to do something quite cool, you could sort of go around like that, but I would probably draw that line just to show that that's your eyelid, isn't it? Going over with some black just to outline stuff. You don't want to do too much black because it gets a bit lost. Just go around with a bit of black. Right, now here, I am going to colour it all in. Can you see how it kind of comes to life when you keep a white bit in the eye? There you go. So that is literally my eye. Round here you wouldn't see the line because obviously I've drawn it in pencil, so you want to rub that out if you've drawn it. But that is literally my eye. Here we could perhaps do some pink. And remember, it's a very basic eye, so if you want to work into it, you can add more things, you know. You can add different colours, you can try and do the whole face and see how it looks. And because of the eyelashes being so kind of big, they look quite feminine, they look like a girl's one, but it doesn't matter because everyone has roughly the same kind of eyes. I would go as far as to say that needs to be more curvy now that I'm looking at mine. So think about how it'd be really good actually to look in the mirror and think about how your eyelashes go. You could draw your own eye, that'd be amazing. So there we are, there's your simple eye. Let me know how you get on, send me your picture and I shall post it on Facebook. Okay, enjoy your day and I shall see you soon. Lots of love.